Hello and welcome to VapenView, a place to discuss all things from the wonderful world of vaping. I'm your host Kyle, and today I'm delighted to say that we're going to be speaking with a special guest. So let's get to it. What's up, Proven Vapes? How are you today?
I'm good, man. I'm doing real good. Blessed, man.
First off, let me thank you for being on the show with me today. I know that your story will inspire and help people and help to save people's lives. So I like to start off every show with a question that everybody wants to know. What are you vaping on right now? What devices, juices, etc.?
All right. Well, I got this in the other day, the new T-Priv 3 kit, and I actually won this on Instagram. Smart Show was doing a giveaway, Constantine imitation lookalike. I came in third place, man. I'm actually happy I did too, because this is the one I wanted. And I got the original T-Priv. That's one of my favorite mods, though. One of my favorite kits. I just got this one a couple weeks ago. Smart Mag. I love this thing because I love guns. Yeah, I love guns. So, got that pistol grip, man. Love it.
Just be careful, because you don't want this to happen.
Oh, wow.
I had that shit.
What's up?
I had that shit for a week, and it fell literally less than a foot. It fell in my truck. Boom, right off the console. Boom, and then I picked it up, and I was like, "What the fuck? Are you serious?" Damn it!
I thought you was gonna say, "Watch taking it outside, man." You never know, man. Cops see that, you get shot down just for a vape. I got this juice too, man. This juice is really good. I really like this juice, man. The Silence of the Clouds from fucking.com. That's a really good juice. Love that juice.
Everyone has a story on how they were introduced to vaping. How did you find out about vaping?
Well, when I was younger, man, they came out with the electronic cigarettes, then they came out with them pens, and I forgot exactly how I found out about it, you know what I mean? But as a matter of fact, a buddy, he had one of the cigarettes, so I started out with that, but it really wasn't doing it for me. So I moved to one of the pens, and even at the time, it was good at first, but at the time, man, I really wasn't feeling it after so long, man, so I just put it down. And then years later, they started approving the vapes, you know what I mean? So they came out with the Tech pen, and I used that for a while. I just up and decided to do it, man, because I was just tired of smoking. So, I got the Tech pen, and then from there, I just kind of progressed. You know what I mean? I moved on to the Smock Alien, then the next one after that, and that's pretty much how it was, though.
Smoking is never an easy addiction to overcome. But as we all know, that you can't overcome it because we've done it.
Yeah.
What would you say was the hardest thing to overcome when you first made the switch from smoking to vaping?
Man, that's a good question, man. Honestly, though, when I decided to just quit smoking cigarettes, man, it was actually easy for me. Like, it was really easy, man. Like, I can't really describe it, though. Like, I had a desire to do it. You know what I mean? And ambition, and see, the thing is, when people start vaping, they will still be smoking cigarettes in between. But I just decided that I didn't want to smoke cigarettes no more, and I didn't want it to be a part of my life. But the first week or two was kind of hard, but after that, it was kind of a cakewalk after that, though.
I tell people all the time, just every time you want a cigarette, just start vaping. Vape until that craving goes away. And if you need a stronger nicotine, get a stronger nicotine. Do whatever you got to do in order to make that switch. I mean, a lot of people don't look at it like that. They look at it like, oh no, I mean, it's not a cigarette, but it gives you the same type of effect. So all you got to do is just keep on trying, just really every time you want a cigarette, just vape. You want that cigarette, pick up that vape and just keep hitting that motherfucker until you don't have that feeling no more. You don't have that craving no more. And then that's just one more cigarette that you done kept yourself from smoking.
That's exactly what I did too, man. I just because after you smoke it so many times, man, you ain't even thinking about cigarettes in a couple weeks.
Okay, real quick, I want you to think back to the moment that you realized you were no longer a smoker. How did you feel at that moment?
Ah, man, I felt great, man. I felt great. Like, felt good. Like I could actually breathe. You know what I mean? Like vaping, when you hit it, man, you don't get short of breath. You know what I'm saying? Like your clothes don't stink, your breath don't stink, man. It was so much better. It felt better. You know what I mean? Because I got nieces and nephews, so if I wanted to hold one of my nieces and nephews in my arms, man, they ain't got to smell that stench coming off me. So, man, my whole life changed, man. I felt amazing.
Which is crazy that you said your life changed, because the next question is, you know, how did vaping, you know, change your life? You know, we know that, you know, vaping helps you quit smoking, but there's all these other aspects of life that it changes. And a lot of people don't look at that sometimes. They say, hey, you know, I was a totally different person before I started vaping. So how did vaping change your life?
I mean, it's just everything changed, man, from trying to scrape up because to me, man, it's a lot cheaper than smoking cigarettes too, man. So from trying to scrape up money every day, man, to being in better health, you know what I mean? Like when I was smoking cigarettes, I would try working out. It'd be almost impossible. I'd be short of breath. But vaping, man, I could work out, I could exercise, my health is better, you know what I mean? Like I said, breathing, my whole health is better, I feel clean. It's so much better in so many ways, man, but that's definitely how it changed my life.
That's great, man, that's awesome, man. Now, we all know that nothing is perfect, you know, there's nothing in this world perfect, no person, no product, no anything. If there was one thing that you could change about vaping, what would that one thing be?
If I could change something about vape. Man, that's a good question, man, because I really don't know, man. I really can't think of anything I would change, though. I mean, you know what? Yeah, I think if I could change one thing, the coils. They last a good amount of time, but I think I would change I would like them to last longer, basically. You know what I'm saying? Because some coils, man, they die out quicker than others. Like sometimes you might get a bad coil, but hey, for real, that's the only thing I could think of that I would change, man. Just make the coils last longer. But other than that, man, to me, everything's perfect.
That's good, man. You know, a lot of people don't look at things like that. I mean, you know, a lot of people look at all the, you know, a lot of the negativity that we get in vaping and that we get in the world just because of vaping. You know, vaping brings a lot of negative responses to a lot of different things. But, you know, something simple as a coil, you know, a coil can make your whole day bad. If that coil goes out, oh, your day can just go, you know, oh man, suck, man, this thing tastes like crap. Oh, wow, oh my God, man, oh, I gotta vape this for the rest of the day. I ain't got no more coils with me. I'm at work or whatever the situation may be, and you ain't got no way to get to another coil. You're kind of just stuck there. So I mean, that's a good thing to think about, man. You know, some of these companies should, you know, do a little bit better to improve some of the things, because I mean, we got the technology. I mean, right. I mean, you know, like, you know, when Vaporesso came out with the ceramic coils, oh man, them ceramic coils will last for a grip longer than, you know, a standard Kanthal coil. It's just like, you know, the technology is out there. It's just, you know, I think they should put more into it. And I completely agree with you. I think that that's something that, you know, these companies should be looking at. If there was one piece of advice that you could give someone thinking of using vaping to quit smoking, what would that advice be?
Man, honestly, like Nike say, just do it. Like if you're thinking about making that switch, anybody out there thinking about making that switch, man, just do it. Just try it, you know, because honestly, I feel you ain't gonna regret it. You know what I mean? Just make that switch, man. Stop thinking about it. You know what I mean? And just try it, man. It definitely ain't gonna hurt you to try it. You know what I'm saying? So that's definitely my advice, man. Just dive in, try it, man, and just keep doing it too, man. Don't smoke in between vaping. Just vape, man. Keep doing it, and I guarantee you, after a week or so, you'll fall in love with it. You won't even be thinking about cigarettes.
That's you know, that makes me think a lot about the people that, you know, that do that. I mean, because there's a lot of people that do that. I mean, and I don't put nobody down for what they do. You know, if you smoke in between vaping, you know, as long as you're vaping, or I don't care what you're using, if you're using a straw technique or, you know, saying, oh, toothpick in the mouth or, you know, a patch or whatever, as long as you're quitting smoking, But there's a lot of people that do that, you know, they'll go years. You know, I've met people that, you know, like they smoke and vape and they've been doing it for like a year now. It's like, dude, what how can you even stand the taste of that cigarette, man? I can't even I don't even like being around people that smoke anymore, man. It just stinks, man. It's like, ah, man. And you know, it's been long enough a period of time that I haven't smoked. I haven't smoked in 5 years. There ain't no way in hell I'd ever put a cigarette in my mouth again. But you know, it's like, how can you deal with that, man? How can you go from knowing that vaping is so much better for you than smoking and still pick up that cigarette? It's something hard for me to fathom. But every person is different. Every person that deals with things differently. And like I tell everybody, you know, do whatever works, but just try to wean yourself off. You know, don't just keep doing that. I mean, for a year. Like I literally met a guy the other day, been vaping and smoking for a year. For a year, like he vapes and smokes. So, and it's like, why, man? Just, dude, how can you even stand the taste of that? You know, that, God, man, just like mixing the two of them together. Vaping tastes so good and cigarettes taste so bad. It's like, oh God, how do you do it?
Exactly.
This is like, you know, how can you do that?
Yeah, right.
Okay, so, well, before we end the show, why don't you tell everybody where they can find you at and any projects that you are working on, any advocacy, anything that you're starting, selling coils, whatever. Just give yourself a, you know, a plug right quick and then we'll finish this up. Okay,
well, I got a YouTube channel up, Proven Vapes, man. Check that out. I appreciate the love, man. And I'm on Instagram too, Proven_Vapes_7. So them the main two places, man. Check me out.
All right, and I'll put a link to in the description below to both of them accounts. You know, it was cool talking with you and everything, and you know, I'm glad that you could come on the show and express, you know what I'm saying, your story and tell your story, because you know, it's gonna help people. And that's our goal. Everybody's goal in vaping should be, number one, to help people get off of cigarettes, and you know, you coming on the show will allow people to get another aspect and somebody. You know, a lot of people don't understand that a lot of people are like that. I mean, you were kind of like I was. I mean, once I got the vape, I threw the cigarettes out. You know, I handed them to my brother-in-law. I ain't smoked a cigarette since. And you were kind of the same way. You know, you took that, you said, hey, I don't want to smoke, and you just quit doing it. And a lot of people can do that, but there's people out there that can't. But for the people that do it, them first couple weeks, and I completely agree with you, them are some of the roughest weeks you're ever going to go through in your life. But to see that you can get through that, that's definitely a good piece of advice that you could give to anybody. So, thank you, Proven Vapes, man, for sharing your story. I know that it will touch the lives of everybody that watched this video. And maybe I could persuade you to come on the show again another time in the future.
Absolutely, man. I appreciate you having me too, man.
So I think that's all we got for today. You know, thank you for being here. And we'll see you on the next one. Thank you for viewing. It means the world to me. And if you haven't had a chance to subscribe to the channel yet, go ahead and do it now. And remember, vaping saved your life, so help vaping save more lives. Spread the word. And keep on vaping.